enough to mess with?
We did. We had plenty.
Oh, it's old. Looks like we got an original. You want to try one? You want to try one first? That'd be short for a home try.
For my services? That's right.
How is he feeling? Put it to the equivalent.
What do you think? I don't know. You tell me. Go back outside again.
Here's my hat, aren't you?
Back in town, had to make a stop by the Outlaw.
Right. So tell me a little bit about yourself. So
Seriously?
yeah, I want to know. Like, who is Pete Johnson?
Pretty lonely guy that likes long walks on the beach. What am I all about? Been doing the brand for 6 years. Tatuaje was the first brand that I did. We started it in 2003. I've been in the cigar business for 17 years, and everybody knows me as Tattoo Pete. So that's how the name Tatuaje came up, because it means tattoo in Spanish.
So why? I have to ask. So why are you Tattoo Pete? Let's see some of this.
It all came up because on the back of my arm, one of Kendall's heavy hitters is Fuente.
Fuente.
And I got an Opus X tattoo in 1995 when Opus X first came out. So the Fuente family nicknamed me Tattoo Pete because they thought I was crazy for getting their brand logo on my body.
Yeah.
But, since then, I got a couple other things, a La Flor Dominicana flower, which is another heavy hitter that Kendall gets, and then I have my brand, of course, on this arm.
So let's see your logo there. So you've got the floor there, right?
Yeah, I got lots of them actually.
Got them. Very nice.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very unique.
Thank you.
So I like that. Okay, so are you enjoying the party?
Oh, I love it. I was actually surprised there were so many people.
I know, right?
Kendall warned me, and I didn't really believe him, but he said that there'd be a lot of people. Just a lot of times, a lot of people come out to support the store, but also to have a big party. It's like a community party almost, and to see this many people come out just to have a good old time is pretty fun. And he gets a lot of support from his customers and his fans. So
yeah. Have you been out to the tent yet?
yes, it's. You can't really move, but I figured if I get too drunk, someone can hold me up because it's hard to walk in there. So.
It is a little hard to walk. Did you get to try some of the pork from the 200-pound pig roast?
Well, I cut it open and then walked away, and then I finally had Kendall escort me back up there to get some because I didn't want to cut in line. So it was tasty, very tasty.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you've gotten to enjoy the party a little bit. So tell me about your cigars.
Like I said, the brand's been out since 2003, and we make now 5 brands, Tatuaje being one of them. Cabay Juan is another brand, La Riqueza, Triunfador, and now we're coming out with a new brand called Ambos Mundos. Everything we do is in classic Cuban tradition as far as blending and processing goes. The one thing that I do, I don't really call myself a cigar maker. I'm more of a cigar designer. I actually have, the maker is a gentleman by the name of Jose Garcia. Everybody knows him as Pepin. Pepin, who is also one of Kendall's big guys that comes out. His son Jaime, who I work closely with, We like to make cigars for me to smoke because everything has to be rolled for me to smoke first, because if I can't sell it, I have to smoke it. More based on traditional Cuban blending, so it could be medium to full.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of new to the cigar world. So where do you get your tobaccos from?
Actually, most of our tobaccos come from Nicaragua.
Okay.
But we do some wrappers from Ecuador and also from Connecticut.
Connecticut? Yeah. Like Connecticut in the United States?
Connecticut, USA.
Really?
Yeah, we use a broadleaf wrapper, which is naturally dark, a little rougher looking, but actually very tasty. I use it because it reminds me of basically you're tasting a lot of the earth and the sweet flavors off the dirt. So you're actually kind of like wine, you're tasting the terroir. Yeah.
So there's kind of a delicacy to this whole cigar process and which tobaccos and the leaves that you wrap them in.
Yeah, it's a process. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. I'm actually working on a new project that kind of goes against the tradition of the way cigars are made.
Really?
It's going to be based a lot how wines are put together. So yeah, it's in the experimental stage right now.
That sounds exciting though. So like kind of blends or?
It's actually the way it's put together, because instead of doing the traditional way of taking it from the pilon to the bales and aging the bales and then taking the product out of the bales, we're actually taking the product directly out of the pilons and putting it into the cigar.
Okay.
So I'm actually building the cigar to age as a one component.
So it ages as a cigar?
Yes.
Would you age it in a humidor like this, or would there be a separate aging process?
No, it's going to be aged in a humidor like this, what they call escaparates. In a lot of the factories, we're going to be putting them in bins, big cedar bins, and aging them separately from everything else. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like quite the project you've got going on, and something kind of new and inventive.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's should be the first style of it in the business, but we won't see it till 2010.
Yeah. So you consider yourself kind of a progressionist in the cigar world?
No.
Postmodernist.
I'm just a kid in the candy store, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I just like having fun. So luckily the business has been good enough to me where I actually can play around and have a good time with it and experiment with things. And I'm a collector. I'm a pack rat. I love having things that no one else has. So if I'm able to make something that is small batch and limited production, that the few guys are able to get it, can wave it in front of their friends and say, I got this and you don't.
Look at mine, yeah.
I like that. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of exclusive.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
Well, my name's Kaylin. I live here in Kansas City. Just moved back from Vegas. The shoot was fun. I met a lot of pretty girls. Love Kendall. He's a great guy. I've been here several times since and always had a lot of fun. And yeah.
That sounds like fun. So what do you do for the cigar company then? Do you come to all the parties or?
Yes, I come to the parties. This is probably my third one. It's always been a really good turnout. Great food, great music, really nice people, and I always end up taking a few things home.
Because otherwise it's going back in the barrel. Donald Barrison.
Come back and